Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about the possibility of Russia being supplied by North Korea. That is such a strange sentence, but it seems pretty likely. The reporting is suggesting that Russia's stocks, their supplies, have run so low that they are starting to look for outside suppliers to provide them with ammo, various kinds. The reporting is suggesting that North Korea is ready to offer millions of rounds. So, does it make sense? Yeah, a lot of North Korea's equipment is older. A lot of it initially came from the Soviet Union. So, a lot of it would be interchangeable, especially when you're talking about artillery, small arms, stuff like that. Yeah, and North Korea maintains pretty large stockpiles. So this all really does kind of add up, as bizarre as it sounds. When Russia started using older equipment, it made the legacy military of North Korea, kind of useful. And North Korea could definitely get something out of it as far as chips at the big game, or food, technology, stuff like that. Or even just kind of looking the other way when North Korea violates sanctions. Now, somebody's asked, is it an information operation? Is this U.S. intelligence putting this messaging out to kind of sway possible Russian allies away from them, saying, hey, they don't have the supplies, and putting that out there, and are we just collateral damage in that campaign? Maybe. I mean, that's not out of the question. They would definitely do that if they thought it would work. At the same time, it tracks. This information definitely makes sense. Remember, just a few days ago, we were talking about how the United States, a country with massive stockpiles, is going to have to reorder 155 millimeter artillery shells. They're going to have to re-up their supply. So, it tracks. It makes sense. The country chosen makes sense. All of it adds up. It really does. Now, Russia may not be happy about this if they end up having to use this stuff. A lot of the stores that North Korea has, they're old, like really old. And there is a high likelihood that some of it is degraded, especially when it comes to the artillery rounds. There was an incident a few years ago where North Korea engaged in a bombardment, and the amount of artillery shells that hit the target was it was fractional of what it should be. It was a really poor showing. There is a high likelihood that that's because it's older, it's degraded, or it's of local manufacture and the quality controls aren't there. Either way, this is what Russia may end up with. So, what are the other benefits here? What are the other things that are at play all around the world? One is that I would imagine that if this plays out, you will see a lot of interest in helping Ukraine from countries you might not necessarily imagine. Countries that view North Korea as opposition. Because if Ukraine is fighting Russia and North Korea is dipping into their stocks to supply Russia, it reduces North Korean capability. So their opposition countries may decide to help Ukraine. It doesn't. That doesn't bode well for Russia in and of itself, if this is accurate. Remember when we were talking about the U.S. running low on 155 millimeter? I was like, yeah, they're going to order more. They'll have it in 2 months. Apparently, Russia doesn't have that capability. That's not good news for them. So, is it possible it's an information operation? Yes, but this seems likely that it's very accurate, that this is something that is happening. We don't know the scale necessarily. The legacy army that exists in North Korea, their stockpiles are useful because a lot of the more modern stuff that Russia has was destroyed. So they're using older stuff too, making it compatible. It all kind of adds up. But we'll wait and see. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.